welcome to ThePrint. I am Amana Begam Ansari. I'm a writer, regular columnist, and I run my own YouTube channel. Assam has once again found itself at the center of a storm, and yet again it is not for a policy, governance, or development, but for a campaign video. This time the controversy erupted over an AI generated clip shared by a BJP functionary in which they showed Chief Minister Himanta Sharma firing a gun at an image of Muslims with the caption point blank shot. While the outrage was swift and had spread across national and international boundaries, the opposition launched a scathing attack against the ruling party of the state, calling it a genocidal dog whistle. Soon after the video was deleted and report emerged that the Assam BJP had removed a co-convener of its social media team for posting it. But the question lingers beyond the deletion and disciplinary action. In an age where political messaging is crafted carefully and amplified deliberately, such content does not emerge from nowhere. Even if officially disowned later, it reveals something about the ecosystem that produces it. What is considered acceptable humor, aggression, and symbolism. AI may have generated the visual, but the sentiment it played upon was very real. That is what makes it unsettling. When political competition begins to use imagery that normalizes violence against a community, even symbolically, it shifts the Overton window of what is considered acceptable speech. The removal of one social media functionary may close the immediate chapter, but it does not answer the deeper concern. What kind of politics are we slowly getting used to? Because outrage fades quickly, screenshots don't, and neither do the ideas they plant. And this is not even the first time, not long ago. The Assam BJP's social media handle shared another AI generated video titled Assam Without BJP, portraying a dystopian future where Muslims had taken over the state. That was defended, saying this is about illegal immigrants, not Muslims. This is about protecting Assam. This is about safeguarding demography. And perhaps this is exactly where the real questions begins. When did we become so comfortable with reducing human beings to visual threats? Even if the political argument is about illegal migration, a legitimate policy issue in any sovereign nation, why must the imagery slip into dehumanization? Why must it depict an entire community as a something to be shot at, erased, or feared? The law can act against illegality. The state can and should enforce borders. Government have the authority to deport, detain, and regulate affairs in the state, but none of that requires stripping people of dignity. Even those without legal status remains human beings. And when those in the power speak or signal in such a dehumanized way, it reshapes what society considers normal. Perhaps what we are lacking is a deeper understanding of how dangerous it is to normalize dehumanization. History across continents has shown us that once a group is portrayed as a threat rather than as a people, it becomes easier to justify anything against them. We need in India a political culture that values human dignity as non negotiable. And I think that is the core of it. Not whether a video is deleted, but whether we as a society still feel uneasy when human beings are turned into target, even symbolically. The uncomfortable truth is this: forget irregular immigrants for a moment, forget even those who have committed crimes. We still struggle as a society to grasp something as a basic as a human dignity for ordinary person. If we cannot uphold dignity for the most ordinary amongst us, the unknown, the powerless, the inconvenient, then debates about immigrants, minority, or law and order are just surface arguments. The real issues lies deeper. Society that measure people only by utility, identity, or status will always find someone to dehumanize next. We must remember that human dignity is not a Western concept. It is not a legal technicality. It is the foundation of any healthy society. When people feel respected, seen, and protected by the system, they invest back into it. When they feel humiliated or disposable, resentment grows quietly. And resentment over time corrodes trust. The question is not just how we treat the other. The question is whether we understand that dignity is what keeps a society from slowly turning cruel. And cruelty, once normalized, rarely stays content. And then there is other layer also. We are barely talking about AI itself. What we witnessed in Assam is not just a political misstep, it is glimpse into how easily artificial intelligence can be turned into a weapon. The speed at which such content travel is terrifying. By the time it is deleted, most of the time it has already done its damage. This is not a problem limited to one party or another part or one country. Around the world, AI is being used to manufacture outrage, deepen misogyny, spread communal fear, and distort reality. Synthetic videos, manipulated audios, deep fakes, they don't just misinform, they erode something more fundamental: trust. Trust in institution, trust in the media, trust in what we see with our own eyes. And when trust collapses, democracy begin to wobble. Democracy depends on shared facts. Even when we disagree on values, it depends on citizens being able to argue honestly about policy, not about whether a video is real. If technology makes truth negotiable, if every image can be dismissed as a fake and every fake can be sold as a real, then accountability becomes nearly impossible. AI also amplifies our existing prejudices. It feeds us content that confirms what we already believe. It sharpens anger, reward extremity, and sidelines nuances. In societies already fractured along religious, caste, or ethnic lines, this is combustible. The question maybe then is larger than a sum or any single controversy. How will democratic society regulates, understand, and ethically use a technology powerful enough to manipulate perception itself? Because if we fail to answer that, we may soon find that elections still happens, debate is still raised, but the ground beneath them is hollowed out.